You. Alright, you ready, bro? Juwan next to Don.
Simple my Steve.
And right now he's gonna bring you the round 3 recap.
It was a pretty interesting week to say the least.
Yeah, this week was pretty crazy now. I'm looking back on it. A lot of upsets, a lot of surprising games, a lot of blowouts that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
So week 1 we got Collingwood and Brisbane. It was a 1-point game, real close game.
Pretty cool.
For me, I think Brisbane should have won this by a lot more. They had a lot of missed opportunities. I think Collingwood was playing one of their best games, and I think Brisbane, and yeah, they got their name back, no longer Fitzroy. Is that even disrespect, or is that something you fuck with? Anyways. But yeah, Brisbane, I feel like y'all should have played better this game. I did see Charlie. Lockie Neal finally did a little something,
Yeah.
so kudos to that, but y'all should have. I'm not impressed by this win for y'all.
Yeah, I would say the same. I think, in my opinion, I think these two teams are big question marks still on the season. For me personally, I did see Collingwood play a little more consistent, and I feel like this game, Brisbane came through and they were down most of the game and they took advantage of it. So I felt like they kind of just weathered the storm the whole game. And they kind of just set themselves up in a position and then were able to hit the game with a goal after a siren.
It was a nice buzzer beater. I would tune in just to see that.
Zach Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's pretty good, man. He's pretty good.
Up next, we got North Melbourne Kangaroos and the Western Bulldogs.
Oh, man.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, so this game was a slaughterhouse, 128-point game, 167-39. Western Bulldogs scored 25 goals, North scored 5 goals. So that's 5 times the goals. Western Bulldogs had a player, Josh Bruce, who scored 10 goals himself. So, yeah, he put on a hell of a performance. But it wasn't just him. It was a good collective performance, in my opinion, for the whole team. A lot of players showed up. Tim English, he's been a player that I've noticed already stood out. One of the key forwards. A mark machine. Caleb Daniel, the helmeted defender. Vandermeer, good tackler. And Bontempelli don't really have to speak of him because he's already a high caliber player. This team is going somewhere, man. I can see them. They're pretty good.
Yeah, so with me, for this game, North played good for about the first 15 minutes of the game. And then after that, Western really just did whatever they wanted out there.
Pretty much.
Like that, you look at the score, bro. It's not too much we can say.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some North Melbourne people coming for us last week because we didn't give them enough attention last game. Boy,
Look at this.
y'all did the same exact scoreline, bro.
They had 5 goals last week, I think. And
It was
smacked up again.
5 goals, 9 behinds last week too, bro. 39 points last week too.
It's like, come on, man. Like that.
And then y'all gave Western its best win gap in history. Like before this, I think it was 1987. The biggest score gap was 120, and look, North y'all gave it a 128 because y'all trash. Right?
And Josh Bruce been giving y'all the business. I think the last couple games he scored at least 6 each time. So why should we? You know what I'm saying? But I will give a couple players praise on North. 24 Tom Powell, he was like one of the only players I noticed running hard still, even when the game was already decided pretty much. Nick Larkey, Luke Davies, and I just want to see North when they come back from all the injuries that they have, but I'm still expecting them to finish at the bottom of the ladder. Like, it's just terrible.
Up next, we got Adelaide Crows and Gold Coast Suns.
I enjoyed this game.
This was a surprising game to me. I think both of us in our tips prediction, we had Gold Coast winning this game.
Probably so.
But the Crows came out. Tex came out. I'm realizing Tex is one of the best players in the league right now, in my opinion. I don't think the Crows would go anywhere without him. You definitely know when he's on the court, when he has the ball, when he's about to go for a play, he demands that attention, and I really respect Tex for that.
I agree.
For the rest of the Crows, I see that y'all got a pretty young team. Maybe y'all will kick it into gear. Right now, I got y'all at a middle of the pack team, but definitely good win against Gold Coast. I'll give y'all that.
Yeah. I agree pretty much for the most part with what you said. Tex, I think he surpassed his goals that he already had last season, if I'm not mistaken. So he's already showing what he's going to do this season. I think he plans on doing it the rest of the season. But I will say, I think the Suns should have won this game. I think they played pretty good, man. I think they played pretty good. I think they had a strong start. They were moving the ball pretty quick.
They did.
And I think just at some point later on in the game, I don't know, maybe the youth showed up and they just couldn't weather the storm. But then again, Adelaide's young too, in some aspects. I don't know. I did come out of this game with the feeling that Gold Coast should have won this game. Even though they lost, they moved up. They got a little bit of respect from me. And now we'll see what they do next week against my Carlton boys, man. We'll see.
Next, we got Richmond versus Sydney Swans, and this was definitely a game to watch. As a new fan, I went into this game thinking Richmond was the team to beat this year. That they were the top tier team, and even in our latter video, we both had the Swans pretty low.
Right, 15 for me.
And so for them to come out and beat these top teams, I really don't see anybody beating the Swans right now for a while.
Man, I definitely thought Richmond was gonna be the game where this levels Sydney out and they'll bring them back down to earth. But nah, I actually caught the score while I was running and they were already beating them pretty bad early, and I was like, man, what? And in Sydney, I think they won. They have the Rising Star nominee yet again this week, the third week, Warner. And Richmond just looks sloppy, man. It's like I'm still waiting to see this Richmond that everybody's been praising, and the team that's won the championships, the premierships, back to back, and I just haven't seen it yet. Even against the young team, and Buddy didn't play in this game either. And Sydney's looking more and more like the real deal every week. I'm telling you, like I see a lot of fans, like the AFL fans are like not really giving Sydney their props, but I think that's more of a getting used to the Sydney culture and like, yeah, Sydney's not all that. But from a new fan perspective, they're showing me like that. I can see them being at the top of the ladder, but until they lose, they're gonna have that respect.
Yeah, with Sydney, it's like they have unlimited weapons. It's like if one of their players doesn't show up, somebody else is gonna come out of nowhere and hold that spot down, so they'll still take over a game. Like what I've seen from Sydney, I haven't seen from any other team. Sydney's just looking unbeatable right now.
It's crazy, bro. Essendon St Kilda. This was a pretty good. I don't know why. I was pretty interested in this game, like beforehand, but even as the game, okay, it was a blowout, 75-point game, 143-68. Essendon won. But even then, I still was interested in seeing like the game. It was still an entertaining game in my opinion. St Kilda just came out flat, man. Essendon jumped on them early and did not let up. Like from my notes, from what I took, I believe St Kilda had like one tackle midway through the first quarter. And then they were down on uncontested possessions, but they still had less tackles. Like, how is that even happening? That shows that there's no effort, there's no sense of urgency, and Essendon really came out, even without their starting ruckman, just out here. Stringer played great. Darcy Parish played great. Midfielders just dominating from the center bounce, just getting the immediate advantage. Cale Hooker, a great player too, doing his work. Like there's just too many players you can speak of on this game. And it's crazy.
St Kilda, they held their own in the first quarter. I think one of their key players, Jane Gresham, I believe, he went down with it looked like an Achilles, a real serious injury. And after that point, I don't think the Saints scored again for like the next quarter or two. Like I think the announcer said it was a good 50 minutes without a score.
Oh man,
And the one score they did have after that injury is just because Essendon did some flub shit. They did some goofball shit and they own 50.
oh my God.
The Saints just got outclassed.
Bro, they're so bad in my opinion, bro. Like, how many times did we watch the game and you watch all of the defenders go for a mark at one point, an intercept mark, and all the Essendon player does is run around the group and just gets the ball at the back and kicks the goal bro, like, do you not learn your lesson? Do you not learn the lesson? How many times does that happen in this game? Watch the game. They had 22 goals. It was probably like 8 of them like that, bro.
Yeah, it did get out of hand, bro.
How you feel that you got to play them next week? Right? That's who you play?
Yeah, I feel good about that game next week.
I wish we played them.
Moving on to West Coast game, bro. West Coast versus Port Adelaide. Y'all see the goddamn.
I was excited for this game.
Yeah, this was one of the games I was looking out for this week, and it definitely delivered, bro. From the start, West Coast got in their ass from the beginning, bro. We ain't let up. We was in Perth. Shuey was out there, bro. Shuey did one of the most incredible things I've seen as a new fan, bro. Nick Nat hit the hit out to Shuey, bro. He ain't even catch it. He just kicked the ball, bro, and it was a nice hard kick straight to another player, straight to another West Coast player, bro. Never seen nothing like it in AFL so far, bro.
Shuey's a skilled midfielder.
And unfortunately, bro, got hurt at the end of that game. He went down with a hamstring. Just found out he's not coming back. He got surgery on his tendon. He's not coming back till probably after week 13. So I'm glad I did get to see what I did see from that one game. Definitely excited for him to come back, but I definitely respect Shuey. I definitely do, bro.
Yeah. Shuey showed me why he's one of the more respected players in the league this game. He just seems like he's always there, man. Like Kennedy also showed me why he's a great marker. I don't know if you call it a marker, but a man who catch marks. I always respected his goal kicking ability, but I didn't know he could mark like that. He was playing great. Who else do I have? Oh, Liam Ryan Specky. That jump was crazy. Jumped off the buddy back.
Mark it around, bro.
Mark it around, bro.
Yes, sir.
I feel like West Coast played pretty good. Like they know how to make themselves available for our pass. Every time I'm watching it, and they were doing this against a team that was number one in the ladder. Was it the last 2 years? I don't know if it was the last 2 years, but it was last year for sure. Port just looked slow, man. They didn't look like the team. I can see how they could play it. Like they have crisp passing or whatever from what I've seen, so I can see it, but they just didn't. In Optus Stadium, not Optus. Is what it's called?
Yeah.
Optus. Yeah, ran into that home.
Another thing I will say about West Coast is our transition game. That's where I think we really shine. When we get out moving and in transition, I don't think a team can stop us, bro. From our midfield, from Shuey to Ryan to Cripps, bro. We have a lot of options down into Darling, to Kennedy, to Oscar Allen. We got Tim Kelly. Like we got a lot of fast moving people. If we get control of the ball, get it running, get it moving, bro. West Coast is a problem, bro. Y'all better look out. Think of West Coast. Y'all know that.
I did notice one player, Alir from Port. He's pretty athletic, man. I wonder what he's gonna do later on in his life. Next game we have the Carlton Blues versus the Fremantle Dockers, man. This was the game I was most excited for, of course. Me being a Blue Backers fan, man. We won by 45 points, 109-64.
Good shit.
And I was excited and enthused the whole game, man. My guy Patrick Cripps came out, showed why he's one of the top players in the league, showed form, played with absolute class. Sam Walsh, with career high disposals, if I'm not mistaken. You came out here, we had these players out here playing in top shape, man. We came out here like Fremantle was the rivals, man. We wanted this game, and we took this game. Fremantle didn't play good at all, and we played great. And we did this without some of our players, Zach Fisher, injured. Like, do I have to say this every week? When we win, we don't have Zach Fisher. Guess what? We won. We didn't have a lot of players, but also I want to give a shout out to my guy Luke Parks. He was made his first debut, a blue debut, if you will. He played pretty good, man. But I just can't shout enough players out, man. Liam Jones, Fagarty, Walsh, Cripps, man. Come on, man. Go ahead, man.
I always love to see Frio get beat. No Fife, no Frio ass. All right, let me stop talking too much shit, bro. Carlton, I like what I saw from Carlton. Carlton looked like a real decent team. Yeah. I haven't seen Carlton play like this since the season started. Yeah. They look like they can compete with a team like Fitzroy or like Brisbane right now, for sure.
We can, and we will.
And I would definitely like to see that. I can't wait to see y'all play some tougher teams.
We play Richmond.
Love to see Frio going down on the ladder.
We love to see Carlton go up on the ladder.
Next, we got GWS and Melbourne.
Oh man, this was a pretty. All right, it was a smoke fest, but it was kind of entertaining for me.
This game started off real physical, bro. Right off the first 10 seconds they was getting into it.
Brishaw pushed Cornelio down, bro.
And I'm starting to see that the league really recognizes Toby Green as a dirty player. Like,
Toby Green is that boy fire though.
Yeah, he was nice out there, bro. But it's still crazy to hear the announcers be like, "Oh yeah, Melbourne's going after him before Toby Green goes after them." Like, damn, bro, is you that much of a problem, dog?
Yeah, they just don't want to get their ass whooped by him or something, or I don't know what it is. We'll find out. My biggest takeaway from this game, though, is GWS plays hard despite the injuries. They were riddled by injuries this game. I think at one point they had 2 available spots on the bench, and that's it. And most of their leadership was on the bench, injured. So 4 people at one point tried to come in, and only 2 was able to play, and 2 had to stay on the field. And I think after that point, another person got injured. So it might have been only 1 spot left, to keep it honest. But they played hard, man. I'm still higher on GWS after seeing that performance. They didn't give up like St Kilda did. They definitely did not, and they had less to work with. So I'll definitely give props to GWS. Not to take anything from Melbourne, but GWS got a lot of respect for this game.
Yeah, I think this was a game both teams earned a little respect for me. GWS was definitely a bottom of the pack team, and I kind of put Melbourne around there. Both these teams kind of moved up a little bit for me. GWS has a lot of injuries. They don't realize that, but they are a tough, aggressive, in-your-face team. But Melbourne has a put together. Like, I think Melbourne has its team, and I don't know what it is about Melbourne, but they're just not for me, bro.
I think they're better than GWS. I think they're pretty good. They just got to get better on the scoring, I guess, is what it is, I think. Because they got Kazi Pickett, very entertaining player.
Yeah.
And then you got, like, Bailey Fritsch catching all these marks, but he always misses, bro. He, like, always misses goals, bro.
Yeah.
But Bailey Fritsch is good, bro.
I feel like they do got a lot of good players on their team.
I guess.
Yeah.
You got Gone, too.
Something about them, it doesn't mesh. Like, I feel like with the talent on their team, they should be a top-tier team, but it's just not clicking with them or something.
I don't know. Maybe some point during the season we'll see like a stretch of like 4, 5, 6 games in a row. I don't know.
Last game of the round, rivalry game at that. And first things first, got to shout out the MVP of this game, the Pigeon.
The Pigeon? I definitely did not know you. I was thinking CJ. I was trying to think what player you were thinking of, bro. This boy said the Pigeon.
Bro, y'all gotta watch that shit, bro. The Pigeon was in there like the whole first half of the game, bro. The umpires was trying to shoot a pigeon off, bro. That nigga was playing. He was trying to get in there. He was trying to catch a mark for real.
Players
bro.
were running full speed next to him. He was just chilling, bro.
Bro, kicking the ball hard as shit. He was not worried.
He said, bro, my baby was born here, bro. What y'all doing here, bro? What you think about this game, man?
Oh, man. Geelong. I actually gained respect for both these teams in this game, too. Geelong kind of showed me why they were a powerhouse. The scoreline doesn't really tell the true story of the game. Geelong was ahead until the fourth quarter, and then the Hawks just kicked it into gear and came back. If they would have put it in gear a little bit earlier.
A little bit, bro. Like 2 minutes earlier, bro. Maybe not even.
It was a close game.
The GT.
The GT, bro. Yeah, to the end, bro. I enjoyed the fourth quarter of this game. Until that point, it was kind of a Geelong blowout.
You kind of mentally checked out, but you were rewarded if you stuck around. Absolutely. Right. CJ, Jay, he's about to be a player to watch, man. I think he had a career game. Like, this is one of his first games in his career, obviously, but much more production has been in the previous years. Well, previous games, excuse me. Yeah, Hawthorn looked a lot underwhelming most of the game, but if they can put it together all 4 quarters, I can see them being good. I want to give them respect, but at the end of the day, you're doing it against a Geelong team without Dangerfield, without Jeremy Cameron, and those are 2 top-tier players. So I want to see a full potential Geelong. I'm very interested. That's one thing I really want to see this season, because I'm seeing how you're playing, and I'm not impressed still, even if you've blown out Hawthorn. It wasn't that impressive to watch. Like, you're okay, you are, but I for some reason I know you're way better than this. I seem to be drawn to that potential, bro. Like, show me.
One thing about the Hawks, the Hawks did gain more respect for me this game than Geelong. The Hawks don't give up, and they're showing us consistently. The game against Essendon, they were down 40, came back and won that game.
Game-winning goal.
This game, they almost came back. Man, just a few differences. And I think they kind of got hold in the last like minute or two when they could have definitely scored again, but the ball went the other way.
And even then, I think, and even despite that, they had the opportunity, but they missed towards the end too. So they could have won this game. Even with, if you take away the extra time that they could have needed, even then, with the time that they got, they still could have won this game. They could have. And Geelong could be sitting with another L to a team that they didn't expect to lose to.
That's round 3 recap. Once again, I want to appreciate everybody that's liking, commenting, subscribing, supporting us, man. We're going to keep this going as long as y'all with us.
Every time, man, we just can't express our gratitude enough to y'all. The support's just been coming in waves, man. In waves, man, you feel me? But for real, though, we just can't express it enough. Like, we're going to go as far as y'all help us take this channel, man. Like, we're constantly improving, striving for improvement, and y'all will notice the progression in the channel, man.
Yep, but goddamn, till next time.
This is goddamn, we say goodbye. Goddamn, on the yes, Lord, goddamn,